Hi everyone, my name is Skitsin Pimentel and this is my final presentation for the Educational Technology course. My project is called the Equity Gamification Design Toolkit, and it's designed to help educators build more inclusive and reflective gamified learning experiences. And what problem are we trying to solve? Gamification is widely used in education, but many of the tools unintentionally reinforce biases, which often are favoring competition, speed, and eccentric rewards. Educators often lack accessible tools that help them design gamified experiences while keeping equity in mind. So, why does equity and gamification matter? Inclusive designs is not just nice to have. It improves engagement for all learners, drawing from culturally responsive pedagogies and frameworks like universal design for learning. I wanted to build a tool that helps educators be more intentional with their choices. So what's out there already? Tools like Kahoot and Duolingo use gamification well, but they're often focused on repetition or like like leaderboards. These tools don't really help educators think critically about their audience, accessibility needs, or cultural contexts. The project goals. So I set aside three key goals for this project. Guide educators step by step. That's step one. Step two is help them customize gamification elements with equity in mind. And lastly, include an equity reflection process. The toolkit functions like a guided assistant, offering structure without prescribing rigid answers. So the design process. I started with need finding and reviewed existing tools through a heuristic evaluation. Then I developed several prototypes using HTML, CSS, and Flask. Based on feedback and usability observations, I refined the toolkit to improve clarity and usability. So next, I am going to be doing a quick demo, um, a walkthrough of the toolkit itself. I have it over here in this browser already. Um, so this is the landing page of the application. The user will click login to log in with their account. They'll put in their login credentials, log in. Then they'll be able to view their past designs whenever they're logged into their account, and whenever they want to create a new design and actually want to start using the tool itself, they create on a new design, and the next step of this tool, it allows the user to select their gamification elements. And so far there's four that I've added to this toolkit. There's badges, which its description is reward milestones, and the equity tag is collaboration. The other one's leaderboards, where the description is displaying rankings, and the equity tag is competition. Points, which the description is to track progress, and the equity tag is motivation. And lastly, story narratives, where the description is culturally relevant stories, and the equity tag is cultural relevance. And the user can just kind of pick and choose which one of these elements they want, and depending on the two that they choose, like let's say they choose badges and points, and click continue, this will populate on the next page, and they can like actually provide a name for the point or the badge system, put in a value for it or the criteria to actually get the that point or that badge, and then the equity prompt, just basically explaining how this supports equity. Once that's done, they'll click continue, and then this is the equity checklist and reflection that the user will have to do in order to finish using this tool. So it has 4 sort of like binary yes or no questions, the kind of checking that there's equity being integrated into their the gamification element. And these questions are: does this design provide multiple means of engagement? Are accessibility considerations included? Does this design avoid reinforcing stereotypes? And are culturally relevant materials incorporated? And once the user verifies that these questions are true, then they have 2 more open-ended questions, which are: what might you change to make this design more inclusive? And what challenges did you encounter applying equity principles? And that's sort of more of the reflection aspect of this page. So the user, once they've finished this part, they'll click finish, and they'll be taken back to their equity, the landing page, where they'll be able to view their past designs and create a new design if they wanted to. So that is what the toolkit is now, and I'll continue back to the presentation. So, reflection and key insights. One insight was that simplicity helps. Instead of overwhelming users with theory, the toolkit prompts them at key moments to think about accessibility, representation, and biases. And I believe that this balancing structure with flexibility was crucial in actually making this into an effective tool. Okay, and then future opportunities. With more time, I'd love to add persistent accounts so educators can save and revisit designs, exporting to learning management systems or sharing designs with others could turn this into a powerful community tool. So that'd be nice. And thank you all for watching. I built this project to support more thoughtful, equitable designs in education, and I'm excited about how it might grow. Please feel free to ask me any questions or share any feedback. Thank you.